as you love me, I'll take on your darkness. I'll take all the cracks and the holes in your heart. You seem to me like some angel's reflection, and I see you just as you are, just as you are.
So Just As You Are is as much as a straight down the road love song as you've potentially ever written.
Mm.
Where did it come from?
This was my attempt to write a straight up love song. I thought so many of the songs that I like and admire are just really straightforward love songs, and you know, I thought, well, why don't I just try and write a song that I set out to write a song that, you know, could be played at weddings. I thought, let's just try and write just a good love song. And then, you know, it being me and channeling some of my own experience into it, ended up being a little, you know, a little darker and a little more moody. And so it came out the way it was. You know, I put in the stuff about feeling like everything's broken, you know, because actually that's how it feels a lot of the time, you know. But when you feel like everything's broken, I will be here. As long as you love me, I'll take on your darkness. It's the idea that, you know, when you're with someone and you love them, you'll accept all their flaws. It doesn't matter, because that's just part of who they are, you know, and therefore it's part of who you are, because you take those characteristics on board, you know. I'll take on the cracks and the holes in your heart. You know, this idea that you know, when you're in a relationship and you're being open and vulnerable with someone, you can see yourself in a certain way, and the other person actually goes, no, you know, that's okay, you're all right, don't worry. You know, what you say is damage looks perfect to me. And that was my own experience. I thought, well, someone else must have felt that, probably throw it in the song. And that ended up steering the whole song. And when I wrote it, I thought it'd be lovely. Wouldn't it be lovely just to get Jess and Lisa singing together? I had the opportunity, and they were into it. So again, it was the same as Deserving. I didn't offer too much by way of orchestration. I just said, you know, sing what you feel, and then let's all go in the instrumental. Instead of me playing a solo or something, let's just go, whoa, 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 whoa. Really simple. And they did it, and it sounded magic to my ears. So again, it happened really quickly.
It was a song that you co-wrote with a gentleman called Anders Hozier.
Yeah.
Again, one of several co-writes on the album. When you're sat with someone for the first time, and I know you've touched on this before, how much of that tete-a-tete is about figuring out who this person you're sat with, what they can bring to you as a songwriter? I would assume all songwriters have their different, you know, some people might be a chorus person, a lyric person,
right,
and top line person, a melody person. How long in that process is, right, this is where this person can really make this song pop?
Yeah, I don't know. I try not to overthink it. You know, it was lucky because I really liked Anders straight away, you know. We were sat at opposite ends of a room, you know, distancing, but having this quite intense connection over a song. And he brought his sensibility to it. I said, you know, I said I want to write something that people are going to get. You know, I want to write an accessible song. And we spent a few hours with various versions of it, and it didn't make any sense until I until I started talking about scars and feeling broken, and then the song made sense. And he was like, yeah, okay, I wouldn't have gone there myself, and I'm glad we did, because, you know, this happened. I said, well, I wouldn't have put in the line about you seem to me like some angel's reflection. I was thinking, is that actually, can I pull that off? I don't know if I'm the guy to pull that off. And Anders just encouraged me to give it a crack, you know, and I think it worked, you know. So all of these, there's a lot of sweetness and light, and then a lot of sort of darkness and grit in this song, all kind of jumbled up together. His influence and mine, you know, kind of married up quite nicely. It was an interesting one, you know. I only spent like 4 hours with the guy, and I walked away with this song. It's nice.